What's up and welcome back to Rumor Has It Official. Let's get straight into talking about Married at First Sight. This is season 8, episode 11, and the title of this episode is My Little Secret. So the couples just have a little over a week until decision day. Let's go straight into Kate and Luke. Luke got tickets to a ballet to see Romeo and Juliet since Kate sat down with him about divorce. And Kate says that they've talked through their issues. So this is something that we've heard before. We've talked through our issues. I feel like we reached our breaking point, and then it goes right back into her crying again over something else that he's done to her. So moving on the way there to the ballet, he says in the car that we've had our ups and downs, but let's just keep going up from here. Let's move on to Jasmine and Will. So Jasmine is cooking for Will with the hopes of connecting on a deeper level with him. She's trying to get intimate and is hoping that by her throwing on a little lingerie number, cooking him dinner and having good conversation will spark something. Jasmine and Will do a kissing assignment after dinner, and with this assignment they have to kiss for 1 minute. During the 1 minute, it is very uncomfortable to watch, I must say. You guys comment down below and let me know what you think. I feel like it was very uncomfortable. He didn't know what to do with his hands, the way they were kissing, the way they were sitting on the bed. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but it's just not connecting. So after the minute was up, Will says that he felt awkward, which it did look awkward from looking on the outside in. It definitely did look awkward. So it was awkward if he felt it was awkward. Jasmine thinks that he's using mental stimulation as a crutch. She felt calm when kissing him. I will say that I don't think that there's anything wrong with her maybe initiating intimacy if that's something that she wants, but it would be awkward for newlywed couples who don't fully know each other. They've only been knowing each other for a month. It's only a month in to just go upstairs and have sex. Now, some people can just casually, it doesn't matter, have sex with anyone, but they don't seem the type to do that. So I feel like with conversation, kissing, touching, a little flirting, playing, that can lead to that. And I just don't think that she gets it. She's getting very frustrated because she just wants it to happen. And so it's not happening naturally because that's all she's thinking about, wanting that to happen so bad. So I think maybe they should just continue building a friendship, continue to getting to know each other, staying playful, just different things like that. Flirting, maybe that can lead to something eventually. That's if they make it. Let's go back to Kate and Luke. So Kate thinks that her talking about divorce with Luke was some type of breaking point for them. Again, this is not the first time that she's felt that way. And then we're right back in the same situation where she's crying, she's talking to the expert, she's talking to a friend about something that Luke has done to her. So in the next scene, the couples go to dinner with Pastor Cal, and Pastor Cal wants to know, is anyone using the L word yet? The only 2 couples that speak up are AJ and Keith. AJ has said he's on his way to that, being in love with Stephanie, and Keith, he agrees as well. So Pastor Cal fills the couples in that they will be going on a mini moon, but all together this time. This really changes things, because they've never done this ever on any of the seasons, had everyone come together on their mini moon. Normally it's just the couples go away, it's just them 2. But this time bringing them together, I thought that was a cool idea to do. Now AJ, on the other hand, at the table is not happy because he just wants it to be him and Stephanie. Let's go back to Kate and Luke. Kate calls Dr. Pepper and tells her that she needs to share something about her and Luke that Luke doesn't want the couples or the experts to know about. She reveals that her and Luke have been having sex since their honeymoon. She says that he gets very serious after. He won't even talk to her, and he ignores her for about 2 hours or so. Kate really wants the marriage to work and feels that she can see clearly why they were matched. Now, this makes sense now. It makes sense why she felt so connected to him, why she said she was falling in love with him, why she won't easily walk away from the marriage, because she's been intimate with him. And it's not something that just happened one time, but it's happened several times. So this explains why she is so attached to him. But I still feel like even though she is attached to him from being intimate intimate with him, this is a marriage that she really does need to walk away from, because it's just, I don't know what is his deal. I don't know why after intimacy, he then ignores her for 2 hours. He mistreats her. He almost abandons her during that time when you would think it would bring a closeness as a couple. Is it because he feels like it's maybe scared or nervous that he might not be satisfying her? What is the insecurity within him to mistreat her after that? So it's very strange, very odd. Again, I'm not an expert, so I really don't know what he's thinking, why he's maybe doing some of the things that he's doing, but this is a relationship you definitely would want to stay clear from. I know if I was in her situation, I would definitely not be intimate with him, okay? Because the thing is, after he did that probably the first couple of times, Kate pulls him to the side before they do it again, and she says, this is what I've noticed with you. You do this after intimacy, trying to get an understanding, trying to communicate, and he tells her he's not going to do it again, and then he does it again. So then it's foolish on her part to continue to be intimate with this man, and you can see that there's a pattern there that he's mistreating you after. So this is crazy. Let's move on to Jasmine and Will. Will says that there's a lot of tension between them since their kissing exercise. So he tries to communicate and even admit some areas where he could have handled the situation better. He says that maybe he could have complimented her better, saying some really nice things, and then kind of letting her know where there was some issues with the exercise. So I feel like Jasmine wants things her way, and she doesn't try to understand him. Again, they're only a month in, and they're still somewhat considered strangers. Even though they've known each other for a month, it's still a different scenario. This is not someone you've known for years prior or dated years prior, and then you guys decided to get married. So you're going to have to learn each other, how each other ticks and talks. You have to learn each other, and she's just not getting it. She's very anxious to be intimate instead of just going with the flow and trusting the process. Dang, they're just 1 month in. So I think she needs to pump the brakes a little bit. So Keith and Christine are the first to arrive at the Mini Moon location. So at the house, next Kate and Luke. Last to arrive is AJ and Stephanie. When AJ arrives, he has a temper tantrum. This little short temper is popping up once again. He's complaining about everything, and he wastes no time going for the hard liquor. This is a pattern too we've seen on camera. Everyone is really turned off by the negative vibes that he's bringing to the house, and they even say that they feel uncomfortable. Old boy is drinking, hitting Luke's butt, and he just really needs to call it a night. Stephanie is very smart, because she instantly, when she sees the change in him, she removes herself from the situation. She says it was because she was tired. I know different. I know she removed herself from the situation because she just didn't want to handle it. Stephanie went to bed early, leaving the other couples to deal with her crazy husband, okay? She saw that he was getting out of hand and wanted no parts of his foolishness. So after the couples kind of feel like very uncomfortable by some of the things that AJ is saying, I think it was Kate and Luke that left first. Then you had Keith and Christine dodge out, and then last was to leave Jasmine and Will. The next morning, they all have breakfast together, and they feel that the vibes in the house are much better. Let's go back to Kate and Luke. So during this mini moon, Kate feels like Luke is a completely different person on the trip. They're laughing and he's complimenting her. But at one point, you guys tell me, did you notice this? At one point, what I found very weird is when he looked at her, like he stared her down for a long time, to the point where her smile turned into a very serious look, as though she thought she might have said something wrong to offend him. Now, when I say this is when they were standing there and she said something about he had the better view. He said, no, I have the better view, talking about her because he was facing her. And she was like, oh, that's so sweet, type of thing. And so she was smiling, and then he just was looking at her, like glaring at her. But it was weird. It wasn't as like you look at someone in admiration, or you look at someone because you're attracted to them or you really like them. It was really scary. In my opinion, you guys, if you have demand, go back and watch how his face was looking during that time. So after that, they try to shift the conversation, and next he wants to know if Kate has anything that she's holding on to. Kate says no. This would have been the perfect opportunity to tell him that she has told Dr. Pepper about their sex life, but I think that she doesn't want to ruin the moment. He's treating her better than he's treated her since the very beginning. So I think that she wants to hold on to this moment, so she decides not to tell him. So Kate says no, but we all know that that's not the truth, because she still needs to tell him that she told Dr. Pepper information that he told her not to tell. Last, let's go to AJ and Stephanie. So they take a pottery class, and their instructor, oh my God, their instructor is a bit much, but they seem to find it very humorous. After this episode, they show a first look going into next week's episode, and you guys, it's really getting good. I think this has been a really great season so far. Another really good season. Maybe not as much drama like last season, but this season in this cast, there has definitely been some different topics that I have enjoyed talking about and discussing with you all. So I want you guys to comment down below and let me know what you thought about this episode. This is Married at First Sight, Season 8, Episode 11. Again, the title of this episode is My Little Secret. Give this video a big thumbs up. Share this video with a friend who also loves watching Married at First Sight. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified on the next time that I make an upload. And I look forward to talking with you all in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.